Louisiana has had many contributions to the civil rights movement, and now markers across the state teach visitors about the brave men and women who sacrificed their safety to secure a better future. The Office of Tourism Civil Rights Trail is expanding, and here to talk about that with me is Sharon Calcote with Louisiana Byways. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course. So let's talk about the Civil Rights Trail and how this got started. You've been with it since its infancy. How did it get going?
The Lieutenant Governor attended a meeting in Phoenix, and Alabama was talking about their Civil Rights Trail, and Mississippi was talking about their Civil Rights Trail. And he asked the Assistant Secretary of Tourism, does Louisiana have one? And the answer was no. So January 2019, he pulled together a meeting in his office, and we had his African American studies experts, we had historians, we had different groups and people with the Office of Tourism and Historic Preservation, and we discussed the development of a civil rights trail. From that, we held 22 meetings around the state. We traveled 3,000 miles across the state, and these meetings were to gather information on Civil Rights Trail history that we were not aware of, because when we started this, there was no folder anywhere that said, here's Louisiana's civil rights history. So this is all organic, and it was all from the grassroots up.
And of course, we're learning now that Louisiana has contributed a lot to the civil rights movement. How many markers are up currently?
There are 8 markers up right now, and they mostly are designating nationally significant sites. Because what people don't know is that Louisiana was a leader in the nation of civil rights movements. Baton Rouge had the first bus boycott. You know, ULL was a university that desegregated almost before the decision of Brown versus the Board of Education. The 4 little girls that desegregated the New Orleans school system was the first in the South. And that was Ruby Bridges, Leona Tate, Gail Etienne, and Tessie Prevost. So,
Right.
I mean, there's so much that we contributed nationally.
And of course, I believe Ruby Bridges was the last civil rights marker that you guys just put up, the latest
Yes,
one.
the latest one at William Frantz Elementary.
So how do you pick which sites are going to go into this trail?
Okay, all sites are nominated from the public. And on the Louisiana Civil Rights Trail, www.louisianacivilrightstrail.com, there is a button that you can push and the nomination form comes up. And you can fill out that information, and then it comes directly to me when you press submit. But to figure out what sites as far as markers and those types of things, we have a panel of African American historians and scholars that are helping us make those decisions.
So currently there are 8 of these markers up. Is there a goal, a specific number you guys are trying to reach?
For this first round, and I say first round because as more information becomes available, this is a dynamic trail, so it's going to continue to grow. We have 15 planned.
15 planned.
And
And
across the state.
whenever you say you want this to continue to grow, are there any other directions that this civil rights trail could go in? Is there anything unique that we can expect?
Well, we're going to keep adding to the website. We've done the preliminary website. Now we need to start adding more stories. And we've thought about more Green Book locations. We've thought about more stories about experiences that people had to make it more interesting.
And of course, all of this is just in the very beginning stages.
Yes.
And we know a lot about the Green Book here, so if that happens, I'd be very excited.
That'd be great. But people can go to www.louisianacivilrightstrail.com. They can look at the website. One of the things that came out of our 22 meetings is the stories needed to be told in the voice of the people that experienced it. So I think you will find that on the trail. Ours is a little different from others.
Right, and most of the information that you really want to find is on the website.
It is.
Right, because there's nothing like hearing those voices directly from the people that experienced it. We interviewed Leona Tate a year ago whenever McDonough 19 was added to the trail, because she was one of the little girls that desegregated it. And that's, you know, there's nothing like actually hearing it directly from her.
Right. And when we put the trail together, we have archived videos, we have archived photographs, we have newspaper articles that when you click a site, you can scroll down and there will be icons and people can learn more even about what they're reading on the trail.
Okay, so you bring, all of this information with you, and that's how you experience the trail.
Right now, yes. And when we get all the markers up, we're hoping to develop a trailhead.
All right. Well, is there anything else people should know about this amazing thing Louisiana is doing?
They just need to stay tuned because it's going to continue to grow.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.